Our next speaker is far too humble, but she absolutely belongs on the stage. She's the former national chairwoman of the Daughters of Vartan and a retired project manager at AGBU, AT&T, and Hughes Network Systems. Welcome to the stage, Gloria Korkoian.
Thank you, Sevan, and thank you, all the organizers. I am a daughter of Vartan. I'm also the daughter of Edward and Frances Korkoian of Dearborn, Michigan. I was raised in an Armenian household by parents who, well, my father was born in East St. Louis, Illinois, and we called him a redneck, which he wasn't. My mother was born in Istanbul, Turkey, but came when she was 18 months old, so she was an American. We were raised as American Armenians who loved the Armenian heritage. We did not speak Armenian in our household, but we went to church. We belonged to the ACYOA juniors and seniors. And when I was older, I belonged to the Armenian General Benevolent Union, what you would call today the young professionals. So Armenia, heritage, and culture is in my blood. I'm going to talk about the Knights and Daughters of Vartan. In 1933, the Knights of Vartan organized in Philadelphia. It was founded by 12 men. Bishop Popkin Gulasarian, a bishop of the Armenian Apostolic Church, who later became the Catholicos of the Holy See of Cilicia in 1931. 5 ministers of the Armenian Protestant Church, 3 professors, and 3 lay leaders of the Armenian community in America. 1916. 1 year after the beginning of the genocide. They met in secret, and that's why people think that the Knights of Vartan is a secret organization. At the time, they had to be secret, because what they were doing was collecting funds and reaching out and helping the survivors, bringing them to the United States, and helping them to develop leadership skills. In 1933, the Knights reached out and said, we need women in the organization, and they formed the Daughters of Vartan. The Daughters of Vartan accomplish its mission by local chapter events, national and international service projects, scholarships, publications, and a national convention. In all of its activities, the Daughters of Vartan is dedicated to celebrating our identity and building meaningful relationships. An example is my chapter, Detroit, Michigan, library project and poster project, which Charlene Apigian, who will be a speaker later on, we put out our project on 2 tables, but normally it's in a library. We go to local libraries in the Detroit area, and so far we've been to 8, and we've also been at the University of Michigan Dearborn campus library. We put on displays in locked showcases, so people walking by will know who an Armenian is, what an Armenian is, and what we are proud of, our heritage and our culture. It's for the non-Armenians, and from that, we developed a poster project. Charlene would come up with an idea of a remarkable Armenian, and I would do research and find photographs, and we put together a little biography, and we'd make posters. And these were for the 4 Armenian churches that we have. And we would started at St. Sarkis Armenian Church, and the next day the poster would go, next month it would go to the Armenian Congregational Church, and then it would go to St. John's Armenian Church. In the meantime, a second poster was on rotation. And this is our way of reaching out to Sunday school children who look at these posters and say, I didn't know an Armenian invented the styrofoam cup. I didn't know an Armenian invented the MRI. I didn't know that an Armenian won an Academy Award and a Pulitzer Prize, and that would be William Saroyan. So that's what the Daughters of Vartan try to do. We try to reach out to the community and perpetuate our history. As I'll tell you a little bit about the Knights. The Daughters have been in existence for 92 years, and the Knights for 109 years. And in 1942, the Mamegonian Lodge in Brooklyn, New York, conceived the idea of an Armenian cathedral and cultural center. They contributed to the initial leadership for the campaign for funds and continued to work tirelessly until that cathedral was named St. Vartan Armenian Cathedral in New York City. In 1971, a carved bas-relief designed by Bogdan Grom was completed on the south wall over the main entrance of St. Vartan's Cathedral. It depicts St. Vartan and Catholicos Josep in 451 AD, the year of the Battle of Avarar, and it was commissioned by the Daughters of Vartan. In 1985, Times Square commemoration for the Armenian genocide was established by the 5 Mid-Atlantic Knights of Vartan lodges. In 1995, the Knights started the Adopt a School project and called the Knights and Daughters of Vartan Armenian School Project. The Knights and Daughters have supported 252 schools and with the World Bank. Our $2,700,000 in support of these projects was leveraged to $33,422,000 for the construction performed. The total number of school projects, either renovation or new, is 226, and today over 100,000 children are enrolled in those schools. In 2007, the Knights of Vartan in Detroit adopted the project Facing History and Ourselves, whose mission is to link history with moral choices through education. They worked tirelessly, and on June 13, 2006, the Michigan State House Bill 4493 was signed into law, mandating the teaching of genocide in social study curriculums, including the Holocaust and Armenian genocide for grades 8 through 12. We don't take away members from the churches or the communities. We develop leaders. We participate in many organizations. I am a member of St. John's Armenian Church. I served as chairman of the day, secretary of the day, and nominating committees over the years for our annual parish assemblies. I am a member of the Women's Guild and have chaired rummage sales for the church bazaar for over 10 years. I am a 30-year member of the Daughters of Vartan and have served at the Grand Council level for 10 of those years. And the Sisterhood of the Daughters of Vartan is non-sectarian, non-political, non-denominational organization. We encourage self-improvement, self-respect, unselfish service to the Armenian people, to all people. It upholds the characteristic virtues of integrity, friendship, devotion, compassion, humility, and Christian love. The single best way to impact an organization is to focus on leadership development. There is almost no limit to potential of an organization that recruits good people, raises them up as leaders, and continues to develop them. When members see your passion and commitment through your actions, they want to be connected to you. Let us remember the past with gratitude, live the present with enthusiasm, and look forward to the future with confidence. and that was said by Pope Paul John II. Hope is not a wish. Hope is action. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. Beautiful.